everyone, this is Ray Carcillo for Classic Game Room, ClassicGameRoom.com, and of course CGR Undertow. And I tell you, I love New York. I love New York Comic Con, but I am happy to be back at the underwater base. New York Comic Con, though, yields some great memories, and some great swag. Like my Mimico flash drive here of Yoda, limited edition, Series 6. 4 gigabytes, not bad. Or my Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare poster in the background. But like I said before, the memories are, that's what's special about New York Comic Con. Like Thursday night, I went to a Comedy Central party previewing Nick Swardson's Pretend Time, now airing every Tuesday night on Comedy Central. And that was a lot of fun. Or Friday night, I went to a pizza party with some folks from ComicVine.com and the very lovely Sarah Lima. But the best part about Comic Con, for me, at least this year, was my chance to sit down with Jim Lee and Chris Kao. Now, folks may not be familiar with these guys, but Jim Lee is best known for his run on X-Men and Batman, and now is the executive creative director of DCU Online, coming out next year, Q1 2011, for PS3 and PC. And Chris Kao is also a creative director on the project. I had a chance to sit down on my last day at Comic-Con, my last interview, and talk with these guys about this highly anticipated MMORPG. Hey everybody, Ray Carcillo here, and I have the distinct pleasure. It's kind of hard for me not to almost do a Wayne's World moment and just go, I'm not worthy right now, because I am here with Jim Lee, Jim Lee and Chris Kao, who of course are working on the amazing DCU Online. Guys, how you doing today?
Awesome. Radical.
Awesome. Party time!
That's right.
All right, so basically, the first thing I gotta say is the game looks amazing. I played it at E3, got a little bit of time here on the new build. Honestly, can't wait for it to come out, obviously, next year. I guess the first thing I gotta ask is how hard is it to build this game, you know, this entire universe into this?
No, I mean, look, we've been working on this game for over 4 years, almost coming on 5, I think, really, and it's been a huge effort. Look, I've never worked on an MMO before, so I don't know if this is typical or not. Chris has the experience, but for me, I usually work on a comic book and it comes out like a month or 2 later. I thought this is what I was signing up for. I didn't realize it was going to take 4 or 5 years, but let me tell you, it's been an awesome experience. Just working with these guys, and they're so professional and so knowledgeable, and what they put together really has captured the DC universe, and I think it's amazing what they've done.
Yeah, I mean, just the way to think about it is, I've gone to college during this time. Kids have grown up. Seasons have changed. Governments have changed. Yeah, it takes a little while to make these things, but it's all about the quality of the game. And in this case, we have to do this right with this license, right? We can't just slap an MMO face on another type of game. This has to be the realization of this universe. I mean, Gotham is now live, right? Beta players are running around in it, and it's there. It's a real place now as far as people are concerned online. And we had to dedicate ourselves to that and make sure we really accomplished it.
Very cool. Now, of course, the big question for a lot of MMORPG fans out there is besides the DC IP, what's the main difference between this and something like City of Heroes or Champions Online? Like, what's going to draw people into this game aside from working with Batman, working with Superman, and working with those guys?
Well, I think it's a fair question a lot of times that we get, but I know, Jim, from the very beginning, you wanted to do something different, right? You wanted to approach this as, hey, how do we realize this universe, right?
Well, I mean, first off, I mean, I think you answered your own question. I mean, Batman, Superman, right. Joker, I mean, that's the difference maker. Right? Absolutely. But then on top of that, I mean, we realized that to really capture the super experience, the superhero experience, you needed to build a slightly different game. And what they really created was a blend between a traditional MMO and a very action-y console-based game where it's very Twitch-based and you're picking up objects. It's a physics-based game engine, and when you play the game, it's very frenetically paced. I mean, we were talking earlier in a panel about how crazy it is to have like a large group inside of Batcave battling all at once. There's too much going on, and it's because these characters have powers, superpowers, and it's not just the ability to swing a sword, ability to cast a spell. It's the ability to fly and run at super speeds while doing all that other crazy stuff. And so space gets really small, super fast in this game. And I think they really built a game that captures the ability have that kind of hyper dynamic combat style and the ability to interact with objects and throw them and encase people in blocks of ice. This is stuff you don't see in other games, and I think it's really true to the spirit of what the DC universe is and really captures the superhero experience.
Yeah, I mean, I've said some of those similar things together, but working with Jim this whole time, you don't want it to just be, hey, I have to go get some rat pelts, right? We've said it before. You're working for Batman. He's not going to ask you about that, right? You're going to have to prove to him, earn that respect, right? Make that journey. And so to us, the license, we can't just throw it out and go, oh, that's one thing we have and something else. It's affected every decision we've made, right? Why can super speedsters run up and over anything? Because the Flash can do that, right? I mean, we've tried to realize those characters as religiously as we can because we have that license to uphold. When you don't have that, you can make choices, you can make shortcuts, do what you want to do. But with DC Universe Online, we had to do it right, and we've tried that to our utmost over these last years.